should probably order these. Still don't know what's going on with these two different results. So I just have to mention it in the video. Actually, I think I know what it is. I think I might know. Maybe. Chili bond. Alright, we're almost ready. There's so much shit here. I think I need one more thing. I wonder if I could find that OG HRL theme. Pretty sure it's like a royalty-free thing. I could probably find it if I knew what it was called. Alright. That is what I'm looking for. Put that right there. So I was curious. Did get the overall. That has to be one of the lowest overalls of that season. 28 points for first place. Like what? 23 for a third. Like what? What? That's got to be one of the lowest. Hold on. If not the lowest. Actually, London might. Yeah. 29. 29. That's still pretty low overall, but still. Is it actually? Maybe I could mention that. Dude. Dublin. It's a wild card race. I don't know if it counts. I mean, I guess it does, but that's still weird. What the heck? With penalties as well. Well, actually, if it's penalties, then I would say that doesn't count. Yeah, definitely 100%. I would give it to Chile. That's crazy. So game plans for today? Sorry, Jared, 1 second. I mean, like in general, I'm probably eating earlier today, so I'll get on after that at 5 or something. Oh, this is it? So that's what I thought it was called. That is it. I think it's because I didn't just use this for HRL. I think I used it for something else. Pretty sure. But yeah, Jared, I'm doing this for like, I don't know how long. I'm gonna try to keep it under like 45 minutes. There's a lot of chili stuff, and then I don't know after that, but I'm probably getting off to eat at 5, and then should be on rest of the night probably. I think we're about ready, unless there's any other docs that I need. Maybe the season 3 results. Let me look for that. It's the only other thing I can think of. Everything else probably fine. Because like Season 8 don't have overalls, so it's not really that big of a deal. Is there a Season 9 race? Oh, there was a Season 9 race. That's right. This one. So dumb. Alright. Just make it easy for me. That's orange. For when I go back to this. Oh, because it's mulliganed? Well, I don't really care at this point. Just to make it easy. There. So I can tell when we go back to it. Okay, so there's the Season 9 thing. And then I didn't do... For whenever we do Barvo and Mirabilis, I have these fat, average docs. There's one that I have to add, though. There's one that I have to add. For Barvo, I have to add the Blast from the Past results. Maybe I'll do that after I'm done here, because that won't take long. Because I think that counts. I feel like that should count. So I have to add that. But then if I add that, it's like, should I add in the Elim tourney race too? Because there was, yeah, we raced Barvo in the Elim tourney as well. So maybe I'll have to add them both, which is going to be kind of funny. It could be like an asterisk next to those. Mirabilis was not raced in the Elim tourney, so that doesn't matter. For Chile, I didn't do the average results thing. I just did like an overall win counter because there's a lot of different winners, and because there's a lot of different versions of Chile. So like with Barvo and Mirabilis, like there's changes, but it's mostly the same track. So it kind of makes sense to have like these big fat results, but with Chile, there's just like there's so much there. There's like too much. All right, one last thing. Let me see if I can get the Season 3 results, or if they're conked. They're probably conked. I can never find the Season 3 results for some reason. They're somewhere. I can never find them. Should I become a furry? Yeah, why not? Okay, yeah, I guess I'll go for Season 9 then. I don't know what it is. I don't know what happened. I can never find the Season 9 results. Or the Season 3 results. I can never find them. Don't know why. There we go. Toss this up here. Huh, got a lot of people for that Season 8 race. That was probably a decent one. So right here, yeah. And then we need the Season 9 one. Do this. That's a lot. I don't even know if I'm going to use all this. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about the Season 9 teams. Oh man, Season 9 team names gotta be some of the best. Just look at that. Those are all fire. It's gotta be some of the best. Alright. Alright, we're about ready. I'll start here in just a minute. I just gotta move something quick. Alright. So, hopefully I don't get cheesed in the middle of this, because this is like the best time for me to do this today, but we'll see how it goes. What should we start off with? We'll definitely have this playing in the background. Let me toss that off to the side. And then, like the trailer video is pretty good, so let's find Matt's trailer video quick. See if I can find it. Because that trailer video, I think, is like, for some reason I couldn't found all the Chili Bowl races except for the first one, which really ticked me off. So unfortunately I did not find that one. But I think that the first look at it, either way, First look at it either way was in his trailer video. If I can find it. I'm getting closer. I'm getting closer. No, I'm not. Alright, here, watch, actually, no. Ooh, this is a classic. Okay, there we go. These are so much older than I thought. And there is chili in this one, right? Because I know there's multiple tracks. The second one's more chili focused. I could throw them both up here. And the playlist, alright, we should be good. Let me toss the huge tubes over here. Alright. Yeah, you can tell. A lot of prep cheese for this one. Oh great, now Prin's gonna be pissed. I'm gonna leave her out. Hopefully she can just be pissed outside. I'll let her back in when she's not pissed. Alright. Come on. Hell yeah. Alright guys. Hello and welcome to HRL History episode Bonner. Chili Bonner, actually. We're going to be going over a lot of the Chili Bowl history in this one, and there is a lot to go over. So it's going to be kind of like a general history. There's going to be a lot of stuff left out, but there will probably be like some specific Chili Bowl race HRL histories in the future. I can actually confirm that there will be, because there's so much there. But I love my hard rock instrumental. But let's take it from the top. Episode 7. Wow, that's kind of convenient. Alright, so starting like all the way at the beginning, before we even get into this, the first look that we have at the Chili Bowl track was in this trailer from Matt. So you might recognize this trailer. This was in another episode. This was in, I believe this was in the, well, I might have showed it in the World of Outlaw one, but I know we were watching a ton of trailers in the MCC videos. That's why I was thinking about it. But this is definitely in the World of Outlaw episode. Anyways, go to around. Whoa, that was loud as shit right there. I think like the first half of the trailer is these other two tracks, but then around like halfway through it, get the first look at it. So yeah, this is literally the first look at the track on Halo 4, where we first raced it. And we'll get a cheesier look at it here in the second trailer as I can go over some of it. So originally the track was made by my brother based off of a real life dirt track and designed for the World of Outlaw series. Now we've gone through a bunch of different versions of Chili from then on. It's been raced in the World of Outlaw format. It's been raced in normal oval format. We've done like dirt versions of it, which I don't know if we've ever like done an official race on those, but we've done like dirt versions of it. We've done these cheesy mongoose, whatever you want to call this, versions of it. That's more of like the game settings than the track, but there's been so many different versions of this track. Even this original version that you see here, so we'll go through some of the videos, changes a ton on Halo 4. Probably like, I don't know, maybe like 3 or 4 different versions of it with like big changes. And then there's been so many different types of Chili track across Halo 4, MCC, and especially Halo 5. Halo 5, 3 different variants of it. MCC, unfortunately, I don't think we ever got to race the MCC version in an official race. Off the top of my head, I'm pretty sure we didn't. So that kind of sucks. But this Halo 4 one, we raced a ton, and the Halo 5 versions, we've raced all of the Halo 5 versions, different versions of Chili on Halo 5, a decent amount of times. So, before I even get into like any of this stuff, any of the fat history, I went through, made this thick playlist of like all these Chili races, and like I said, unfortunately, I don't know, there must have just not been a video for it, which kind of sucks, but I was able to find the video for the second Chili Bowl. We had 2 motos for this one. So if you go on the schedule here, this was when the first one was raced. We had an all-star race, and then we had the actual Chile race. And most of these races, not all of them, but most of these Season 1 World of Outlaw races were on YouTube, so it's just unfortunate that Chile didn't make it in there. So I don't really know why. But you can see taking the dubs here for the first overalls for the all-star and the feature, and then this is when we still had like the division cheese. So it was just one 150 lap race. That's why it was like the Chili Bowl 150, which is also why well, I guess it probably just works out conveniently with the track time as well, but also partially why the race coming up here in Season 11 in a day now, it's almost like exactly a day at this point, is 150 laps. So that's how it started off. We kind of like deviate from this here and there, but that was like the original idea.
Hello guys, welcome.
Let's not go into too deep into this one, because these motos, even for the second race, these motos are long. Got the Justin Baker credit. Yeah, these motos are super long.
51st moto, this is crazy. We got some of the fastest drivers in the back, some of the fastest drivers up.
I think we're setting up for... Oh, so I know what we did. So keeping with that tradition, we did 2 motos for the second Chili Bowl. The first one, I know I kind of like glossed over the first one, but again, without the videos, it's like kind of hard to go back and like give a good overview of that. You know, like I just don't remember that much. And if we look here in these first results, this is when World of Outlaw was getting conked. So unfortunately, we had well, I guess it turned into a 4-man race, started as a 5-man race, and this is how it ended up. These were the results for the first Chili Bowl. The solid, humble beginnings here reminded me of TRS. So there's the results, and I wish I could talk more about it, but unfortunately, it was probably like a rocky start. And like I said, without the video, it's just kind of, you know, it's just kind of hard to do. Like, the memory, especially of this first one, it's not really there anymore. Like, it's hard for me to recall that much of it. But the other races, I do remember a decent amount. And we're getting into the second one here. What we did for the second one, we can also go into the schedule here. Oh, don't want to spoil it too much. We did it for the second one, to keep with the whole 150 laps thing, is we did 2 motos of 75 laps. And that's what we did for the second one. And as you can tell, we had a bit of a bigger field here for the second race. So go and let me go cheese it a little bit.
I say watch for NJD in this race.
Yeah, it's a crazy field. We have Ponage, we have Congo. I believe that's myself. Wow, this is like the worst HD I've ever seen. We have NJD, Sectors in this one, Turkeys in this one.
He's gonna make a move to the outside.
Slaunch, is that Gator? That's Gator, I think. I'm pretty sure that was Gator's like second. He pulled a Sheridan, right? I think that was like his second gamer tag or something. And then Tristan in the back. So if you do remember, first episode, Tristan showing up in that one for the Daytona race. Also here, wasn't there for the first Chili Bowl, unfortunately, but also here for the second Chili Bowl, and makes it to some of the other ones too. So we're gonna see him in a few of these. And like I said, just going through this playlist, we're just gonna kind of go through some of the highlights and stuff. So this is the end of this first moto. I think this might be a clean green-white checkered. So let's see what happens here. All right. Damn, that restart was fast.
Oh, geez,
Let's just see what happens.
It's getting intense.
3 to go? Okay. Oh,
Here we go.
I was sick while recording this one.
There goes Tristan to the inside. Congo's got a big lead. 4 wide for second. There's NJD to the outside. Just like I said, watch for him to make a move. There it is. Tristan's right there in the hunt. 2 to go. It's getting tight, like 5 wides right here. Oh, a big move to the inside.
It's like a 5 wide.
5 wide.
The hype.
NGD and Congo got way too high in the rumbly crumbly.
Slash slap.
Oh, here we go. I believe it's 1 to go. Yes.
Oh, never mind.
So. And Luke makes the move for the lead. We should go back.
Oh, was that 1 to go? Come on. Come on.
I can't remember the reason why, but for whatever reason, this race ends on, I just want to explain this now, since they're on 71, and it appears that it's 4 to go. Well, it's going to be 3 to go.
Oh,
This race
classic Halo checkpoint. Everybody's checkpoint is different. Or
lap 76.
3 people have
for
different
these
checkpoints.
drivers.
Oh, the hand. Go back. Hold on. That's some big history right there. Let's see that again.
Race ends on lap 76 for these
Oh!
So, Congo and Packers.
Whoa! What? There's more.
Well, Packers will be on 76.
Oh!
He'll be on
Stop!
77. Papa will be down. I just
Down.
want to explain that real quick. so the race ends on 76,
Down.
77 for the community guy, Congo. So it'll be 77 for him. I just want to explain that. This race was 2 months ago, 3 months ago.
Oh, wow. I forgot about
I
that.
don't remember why. It ends on 76 instead of 75, so I couldn't tell you. I think it.
If I had to guess, it's probably because, like, when we did the green flag lap, you know what I mean? Like, you hit the line and it's 1. You know how we, like, start a -1 now in Halo 5? That's probably why.
Something to do with some sort of caution where we accidentally ran an extra lap.
It could be that, too, but...
Which there definitely
I
is
don't know.
probably a couple of those in there.
But anyways,
Getting it through
we cut it off at, like, the worst spot. Let's get right back into this action, because this one has a crazy finish.
Winning this. Sector and Packers get a random run with Papa. They might have a shot. Gator might have a shot. Everybody has a shot. Oh, look to the inside to make it 5 wide.
Ah, I did it again.
Oh, voice crack galore. I love it.
You gotta give me some credit for the consistency
And
there.
the inside is still working. White flag. It's between Luke, Papa, and Congo. Luke's gonna hold the inside.
Damn, I thought Congo was gonna get back there.
And he's gonna take it.
Oh, I think NJD got 3rd as well. So that was for the first moto. Let's check out the other finishes.
Congo 2nd, NJD barely 3rd over.
He
Papa.
did take 3rd. Whoa.
5th or 4th Papa, 5th Packers, 6th Sector. Oh,
Oh.
I believe 7th Gator, 8th Tristan, and 9th Turkey.
Aw, Prin, come on. So yeah, that second race was pretty sick. This is where the crazy Chili Bowl races and finishes and stuff like that really started. Was the second race. You can check out the end of the second moto quick. Oh, we're getting close here.
Oh, they keep it green. They keep it green.
And it's probably like a different checkpoint again.
Turkey, you can see Turkey and Gator up there battling for the lead.
So let's see
Could be the battle for the
when it
win.
actually ends.
Oh, is there finally going to be a caution? Yep.
Of course.
I think it's a green white checkered. And
Figures.
150 crash. Or let's get through this lineup for this green white checker. Turkey, Gator, NJD, Packers, Luke, Papa, Sector, Congo, Tristan. I don't even know who to watch. I'll just go with Sector.
Oh yeah, always a good
Go,
choice.
Green, green, green. Always watch Congo and Packers on the restarts. Oh, it didn't work for them that time. They both had bad restarts. Turkey and Gator with that early lead.
Oh.
To the inside of that 4 wide, a brilliant move. Exactly like Luke's move in Moto 1. He's got the lead.
Yeah, it actually was pretty similar.
To the inside with Gator. Is it going to be enough? No. Packers gets the win in a huge photo finish at the line.
That was hot.
Wow.
All right, let's
In
see the
Moto
finishes
1,
again.
it was literally Luke was on the inside. That run. NGD 3rd, Gator 4th, Luke 5th barely, and then ends up wrecking Papa. And then Tristan, then Sector, then Congo.
All right, so second race, second Chili Bowl, pretty nuts. I mean, obviously I didn't show the whole race, but just like the endings were pretty nuts. And like what you saw at the end there, it's pretty much how the whole race went. Like not even exaggerating. Like that's pretty much how the whole race went. And like on top of just like the crazy races, the crazy finishes there, look at how these overall points worked out. 3-way tie for first. That's pretty nuts. So 3-way tie for first, 3-way tie for 5th, and just like pretty close throughout. Unfortunately, Sector not hooping in this one, but he does hoop later on. But yeah, so winning the overall of the first like moto-based Chili Bowl. Packers, Ponage, 2 different gamer tags, so I'm gonna call them both. It's just bound to happen. You'll see him here in some of these Halo 4 races, like especially the TRS and the World of Outlaw ones. Just clutched it out with the same. Pretty sure it was like the same Moto 2 finish preferred type thing, which is why he was able to take this this tiebreaker, and he does end up taking this like first overall. NGD with the close second ends up finishing 3rd. Third in both motos, so like most consistent, I suppose, but gets him 2nd for the overall. Packers and I were able to tie for first with the 5-1, 1-5. but that is how the tiebreakers end up working out. So that one was actually nuts. Pretty dope race. Then we get on to, we go kind of crazy with the third one, I think. I only have, for the third Chili Bowl, let's see how it is here. Oh yeah, we just did the third one right away. Okay, no. We only, okay, cool. That's what I figured. So up here, with the Gator winning the overall, and Sector and Gator winning those next two motos, I think that was a completely different event. That might have even been part of, like, the one I didn't have on YouTube, so that's unfortunate. So we're gonna go into the third one. The third one we do the same way, especially because, like, it even says on here like 75 and 75 for the motos, but then it has them listed for, so maybe that was like heat wins. I don't know. I don't really know why they're listed with that. Well, let's go on to the third one. Third one is similar format. I think it's pretty much the same format as the second one. And this is, we have seen NJD in a few HRL histories, but I don't think we've seen an HRL history with an NJD dub yet. And he does, I mean, like, spoiler alert for this freaking 5-year-old race, NJD does clutch out a moto win and the overall in this one, but how he does it, especially in this first moto, is kind of weird. And I want to show this because, like, all the screen lag cheese, all that stuff that still happens in Halo 5. This race is a really good example of stuff like that in the past.
Coming back up. We're coming to the end here, Luke.
So this must be like a 2 to go or something. Let's go back a little bit. Okay, cool. So this is like all the first like 5 Chili Bowls ended green, white, checkereds pretty much.
Chili Bowl, third Chili Bowl 150, Moto 1.
Not the last one either to end that way.
Checkered finish. 2 laps.
It's just what happens every time.
Let's start gassing it. Who's gonna win, Luke or Turkey? Oh, green.
What the hell?
Whoa,
alright, well that was just, what the hell?
Wow.
Alright, that's not even what I was talking about.
5-way battle for third.
Look at this theater.
She's coming up for 5th. Luke's got a good lead. Revenge in 2nd. Hunt's coming back up. We're coming to the end here. Luke takes the win. Revenge 2nd. Ponage 3rd. I can't even see the other finishes. They were so close. We're gonna have to go back here.
Yeah, so similar to the other one. Let's see what happens here. Similar to the other one, taking that first moto, but the second moto is really the important one here for the most part. But this is not what I wanted to show. This is what I wanted to show. Sector and NJD. Watch this photo finish.
And it's actually, it looked like it was clear.
So, like, it's so weird. We saw that lag earlier. Look how Sector just has like this fat run off the outside. Like, he just has this insane run, and then it just dies. Okay, so look, he has like a really nice run, a lot of speed. Looks like he's just gonna dominate that finish. And I think we still give him the position. But look at how he slows up here. The fat run, and then it's just gone. Like, what the hell is that?
Oh my god.
And it's a super close finish.
Guys, we have to do a little bit of analysis here. This is way too close. See, it looks like NJ right here, but we have to get it right on the green line, like right there, at the end. So we're just gonna.
Yeah, it doesn't help that there's no like official finish line, but I know what it's supposed to be.
Right now it's Sector. NJ's creeping up. That's the line.
Yeah, it should be like right there. So yeah, that finish is just dumb.
Wow, can you even tell? This is important too. Oh god, I'm not really sure, man.
So I think we end up going with Sector on that one. All right, dope history here. Even NJD agrees with that. But yeah, like you said, like the whole thing, how Sector just had that crazy run on the outside, and then he just like came back. It was just weird. And then all that theater lag in the beginning. So yeah, I just wanted to show this moto because it's a really good example of just Halo's always been cheesy. Okay, with Halo Racing, like it's always been super cheesy, and the whole ending of this one's a really good example of that. Even in theater, you can see it.
Mr. Mishifamo and all.
Let's go with the third one.
Pretty good racing. I was pretty happy with that.
Oh wow, it's already over? Come on, bro. Whoa, look at how dark that shot is. What the
We're
hell?
gonna watch Revenge in this restart.
Alright, so I think we're at the end here again
And here
for
we
this
go,
third
guys.
moto.
Green, white, checkered finish.
Yep, classics. Let's see how the third one
Number
goes down.
one, green, green, green. Everybody's gonna be scrapping for position.
It's basically the Chili Bowl finish montage is
NJD
what
to
this
the
video is
inside
right
for
now.
the lead. He takes it. Everybody in second.
The
third
NJD,
place, back is
really strong positioning, really strong
stepping
start.
up. All Revenge
Couldn't
got
get
a
by.
huge run right there. All Luke spins out right before the finish line. He's gonna take last, and in the lead is NJ. Now, let's see what happened. I want to see what happens before Luke spins out, though, because there's something. What is it? Oh, right here. Oh, Revenge. Man, he's like.
He had a solid run. NJD clutches it out and takes the overall here at the third Chili Bowl. So the third running NJD takes it. Oh, okay. I see. So the reason we still have Ponage on the docks here, the reason why on the schedule it's NJD, and on the docks we have Ponage, I believe was because of some conk penalties that unfortunately, I think with the second season of World of Outlaw, I was just not good with the results docs. So I think that's not reflected here or in the video as well. But I believe that's why it shows Ponage here in the results doc and not NJD. I think Ponage did get some cheese penalties. I don't know if it was for intentional wrecking or for what, but something conky, and that's how that ended up going down. But in the end of it, NJD does end up taking our next overall here. And yeah, it's hard to keep everything straight because these old docs are so bad and just so cheese. So yeah, I'm trying my best. Unfortunately, that next race, the fourth one, I don't have the videos on that one either, but just to overview it again really quickly, that was a crazy one. Tristan ends up winning his only moto and his only overall, as far as I can recall. Oh, bars. On Halo 4. I not 100%. I'm like 99.9% sure on that. So he didn't show up to many Halo 4 races, but he just always managed to make it to the Chili Bowls, and eventually in this crazy last one he ends up taking it. And look at the format. This fourth one, basically what the fourth Chili Bowl was like the fuck it Chili Bowl. Because it was originally supposed to be like, all right, 150 laps, 350 lap motos. That's what we're going to do. 350 lap motos, and then we'll do that. And then at the end of it, we're like, you know what? This is fun. We're adding on 2 more 25 lap showdowns. So we did 5 fucking motos for the fourth Chili Bowl. And that's how that ended up going down. And it ended up being crazy too, because in like unprecedented fashion here, we had Slanch winning the first moto, Tristan winning the second one, Sector winning the third one, I won the fourth one, and Matt won the fifth one. So a different winner for all of the motos there, which is actually insane that's how it ended up going down. Whoa, and this dock is weird. This dock is super weird because of the 3 motos. But here in this dock, you can see the results for all those motos. I had several people here. Man, Jared was even at this one, man. He held down last place in all of them. he must have left at some point, I'm guessing. He did lead 1 lap though, so there you go, Jared. Let's go. But yeah, Tristan does end up winning the overall on that crazy 4th Chili Bowl. I wish I could show more of this one and the first one, but yeah, it's just unfortunate. But just just based off the results and stuff, I think you guys can tell that this 4th one was pretty special and pretty cool, with all the different motos and how we had 5 different motos with 5 different winners in a 7-man pack. Like, that's pretty crazy. And yeah, it was just a really crazy event overall. And yeah, we never did anything like that ever again. Probably for good reason. But that was a fun night though, to just like sort of stray from the path and just do something different for a Chili Bowl race and just have like a crazy, this might be the last. I think that's why we did it, because we knew that might be the last Halo 4 Chili Bowl, so we kind of just went all out. So that's kind of why that happened. And yeah, Tristan does end up winning it, so that was pretty crazy. Oh, Chili Bowl 1. God, the docks are so conked. Alright, so now, we got through Halo 4 Chili Bowl. I would love to show, maybe while we take a peek here at Halo 5 Chili Bowl, I can try to get you guys a peek at what MCC was. I can briefly go over that, because like I said, unfortunately, like with MCC, we never got to get to that Chili Bowl race. But I do want to show that track though, to show like showcase all the different versions of it. That's one thing I wanted to do in this episode of HRL History. So I'll get that loaded up here on the side, see if I can find that, see if I can get a little look at it. But while I'm doing that, let's pull up the Halo 5 variant here. Ah, yeah, there we go. Okay, so we looked at that. One thing I forgot to mention, we looked at that Halo 4 Chili Bowl. I want to go. I know I was just about to do the FCC thing, but I want to go back here because I don't want to forget this. So you remember in the trailers. I don't know if I can pull the trailers back up at this point. But remember in the trailers how it had like those really harsh walls on the outside for Chili Bowl in Halo 4. So in the next version that we ended up doing at some point, as you can see here, especially in that third moto, you saw NJD and myself running it a little bit towards the end. This is where we kind of had, like, Chili Bowl Halo 4 in a way kind of has the first cushion in our Halo Oval Racing adventures. In a way, okay? Like, it's not exactly the same thing, but it's kind of the same idea, I guess. So yeah, in those trailers, if you go back and look at them, it had like those harsh, straight up walls on the outside, like go-kart walls essentially on the outside. I think this was all Matt as well. He just wanted to change something up, and he was just like screwing around and did these banked walls. And you see we kind of like run up on those banked walls, and it just essentially like became part of the track, like an extra outside line for a little speed boostage action. And in here you don't see us running it as much, but like I said, in that third moto it gets run a ton. People really started to figure out how much speed you could carry around that outside in the third race. And yeah, it's kind of cool because, we see the cushion on a lot of, not all, but a lot of Halo 5 ovals. We see it being, playing a big role in those, of course, like starting with Barvo. But realistically, this is like kind of the first cushion in the Halo Racing HRL cheese history. Kind of. Again, like, it's not the same exact thing. Like, the cushion of Halo 5 is definitely a little bit different the way it works, but it's like kind of the same idea and kind of the same effect. So that's kind of a cool little thing about this first Chili Bowl that I did not want to forget to mention. Because going through this history, I wanted to also like keep track of all the track, like little specific things about the tracks, and that gives me some good stuff. I see I already mentioned it in chat topics. There's some really cheesy little stuff here with this version.
Here at Chili Valley.
And one of them is the dust. We have some really heavy dust effects on the straightaways in this version of Chili. And you'll definitely see that.
Get off to a very early lead and probably a solid start. In the back, it's just battles over the place. Whoa, Luke!
Another thing as we go through this video, is that this was, I believe we raced this World of Outlaw style. Let's check and make sure.
Really, really loose.
Or did we?
Luke recovers. It's gonna go to the inside, and that's gonna make it a 4 wide. Blades, mythic decoy.
I really can't tell because of like Halo 5. I really can't tell.
Oh no, Blade spins. Considered a 1-car wreck, so we're not going to have a caution yet. Still a 3-wide battle there.
I think it was. So I think we do, for a little bit, we tried to make World of Outlaw work in Halo 5. You can already tell just by the look of it, it just doesn't work as well. I think surprisingly these Chili Valley races end up still being decent though. But yeah, we were trying to make World of Outlaw work here. So you see that. We try to do the drifting. There's the drift markers. That's those red lines in the turns. We tried to make it work. And this is also like the closest, I would say, remake to that original Halo 4 Chili Bowl. It's got that same like slanted wall on the outside, and it's fairly similar, like a little bit cleaner, but probably the closest to that original Halo 4 one. So I'll get that MCC trailer up on the side here quick. We'll go towards the end of this video. You guys can watch the last couple minutes play out. I'll get that MCC up, and then we'll go through the last half of this HRL history episode. We'll go through those last 2 variants of Chili Bowl on Halo 5. Because for Chili Valley, there's not as much.
Slaunch in second place still. And it looks like this pack is actually gaining on Slaunch. It looked like Slaunch was running away, and now they're gaining on him. Takeover is getting a lot of speed. And it looks like he may even pass Decoy here and might even start to work on Slaunch. Oh, look at Decoy. Oh, he got too high. Yet again, he just got a little too high. Decoy is
very confident in his outside. Whoa, Slaunch also getting loose on the high side. See, that high side, it's fast. It's just so risky. I don't know if I'd be taking it like these drivers. I don't know if I'd be running it every single lap like they do. But hey, I mean, if it's your line, it's your line. Part of the reason why it's so risky, it was a little more consistent before the update, but after the update it got a little more loose. I believe before we do another race in this track, we're going to redo the outside a little bit. Because overall the racing in World of Outlaws is better. And here's Takeover, who Takeover's past Launch at this point, and now he's up the loop, trying to contend for the lead. But yeah, the updates made World of Outlaw better, but at the same time, this track does need a little bit of resurfacing on the outside. Oh, Takeover, no! He tries to make a move and he gets into the inside wall.
Get conked.
And that's going to be a huge setback for him. It's going to be hard for him to take the lead. Back. Like I was saying, outside's going to need a little bit of resurfacing after the update. Overall, though, World of Outlaw racing is a lot better now after the update. Literally the one type of racing the update was good for. And here we have a battle. He himself a
Alright, I got it up on the side. Let's finish out this race here.
The crossover, and then Blades.
And remember, this is a race from the first season of HRL Halo 5 ever, so that's kind of cool too.
Launch for the crossover. This race is not over yet. Oh, Slaunch, is he gonna... No, he's just gonna stick on the high side. I thought he might have thought for a crossover that time, but no, he's just gonna keep on that high side, and he's just gaining all kinds of momentum. Now we're gonna go to Luke versus... Or no, we're still on Slaunch, sorry. And now I think, we're gonna go to Luke versus Takeover. I believe that is the white flag right there. It's either white flag or 2 to go. I believe it's white flag. Yep, it was white flag. And here you go. Won at Chili Bowl in the past, and now he wins at Chili Valley. Luke takes the win, Takeover second. Let's get to the line. Papa is going to get third.
As you see the results there, I do think we had some drivers probably back out at some point on that one, though. Remember that first season we did like a lot of double, triple headers, stuff like that. But yeah, so Chili Valley, really humble beginnings there. Just trying to make the World of Outlaws style work, and it just, I don't know. It just didn't. But the next Chili Valley race that we had, we raced Chili Valley twice that season. Oh my god, why is the mic so much worse than this one? Chili Valley that we race in the grand finals for this first season ends up being pretty cool with the finish. Like that first Chili Valley race was kind of like chill, I guess. Chill. But I think that this grand finals one ends up having another cheesy classic chili finish.
First one was a natural
Oh
green light
my!
checkered. This one is a mechanical green light checkered. If there is a caution on this one, like this one was, like there wasn't a 2 laps to go before.
All right, I'm just gonna let it play out for the memes.
All right, here we go. We're gonna have this restart, and it's gonna be insane. Let's watch it. Closing out this race in this green light checkered. I'm trying to decide what I want to watch. Alright. Let's go green. Here we go. Armada on the outside, Slaunch on the inside. Look, it's a huge run. It's going to be between these 3, I think. The other 3 have fallen back into their own pack, and we're going to have to watch both. White flag. There it is. Here we go. I think Armada's going to try to
I can
run
explain.
To the outside. Luke's going to try to make a run to the inside. It's not going to be enough. There is the finish.
That photo finish, though.
And
So that was more of a classic chili finish, but look at this finish between me and Ramda for second. Oh, and of course it's harder to see because of the dust.
Very close.
But it's super close.
Hard to tell with the dust.
Wow.
You see Armada, oh wait, actually no, he hasn't hit the line yet. There, they hit the line.
I think Ramda does get the
this is
second,
tight.
I think. I don't really remember.
Ooh, very close finish here between Luke and Armada. Oh man,
That one's like about as
insane.
close to a tie as you can get.
I can't tell yet. I'm gonna have to do some investigative research here. What? They both... Wow, they both have not hit the line. Wow. This is insane here, guys. Dang. Wow. This is gonna be hard because the... Wow.
So I think eventually you end up giving that one to Ramda, but that photo finish has gotta be one of the closest, even though it's just for second. That photo finish was insane. The only other one that, like, for Halo 5 pops in my head is I remember, I think it was one of the Hollywood races, I think that Detail and Fireball had a really super close for the win photo finish. That would be a good HRL history episode, if I could find that race. That might have been like season 5 or 6. That race was crazy though. That's the only photo finish off the top of my head I can think of that really contends with this one. Although there's definitely plenty of photo finishes out there that are super close, but this one's just like so clean and close. It's actually crazy. All right, so capping that off, the first Halo 5 Chili version. Let's go back for a second and take a look from this trailer. Here's Chili Dome, which unfortunately never got raced. Oh, I should probably leave that off for copyright. Unfortunately never got raced, but here we were just kind of cheesing on it for the trailer. And this track looked so bad, but I mean kind of similar to the Halo 4 Chili Bowl in a way, like just super rough, but was really fun to race. And we had a lot of fun in our practice lobby, just like cheesing around on this one. And even though like it's still got its differences to that Halo 4 Chili Bowl, it kind of felt like a sister track to it, and was a lot of fun to race on our little practice lobby. So it kind of sucks that we never got to race in this one, because I just think it would have been fun, but oh whale. So there, a little 30-second interjection of that. And here you can see, unfortunately, in the schedule, don't have those results for the first season here on the schedule, but you can see the wins for those Chili races. We do show the laps as well, unless it was timed. Oh yeah, what was time? Wow, season 1 was even timed. That's actually crazy. 20 minutes for the Chili Valley race here for the regular season. The Grand Finals one was 15 minutes, so a little bit different. I think that's because we did the Grand Finals, which is what we should do this season, by the way. We did the Big Bon 4-race Grand Finals one night on April 1st. No April Fools there. It's actually what we did. But to compensate for that, the Grand Finals races were a little bit shorter at the 15-minute length instead of the normal 20-minute length that we were doing on most of these nights. But yeah, so that was kind of different, but pretty crazy. So, starting to get into the closing cheese here. Last two variants of chili that we have. So to recap, we have the Halo 4 variant, and there's like some different versions of it, but overall there's that Halo 4 Chili Bowl. There's Chili Dome on MCC, and then on Halo 5 we have 3 different versions. The first of those being Chili Valley, and then we go to Chili Cove, and then we go to eventually we'll get to Chili Cup. And they are all different in their own way, shape, or form. And the way that Chili Cove is different is Chili Cove just has insane banking. So I'll let it play out for a little bit here. You can, look at some of the racing here. The banking on Chili Cove is just absolutely ridiculous, to the point where when we have caution laps with I think this one has grab volumes as well. When we have the caution laps, it's just super hard to stay in line and stay on track, and it's actually kind of hilarious watching the drivers kind of try to do it. So I mean, we really don't go over like caution laps in these videos, so you probably won't see it, but that was just like sort of a funny thing from this version, is that it's so high banked that it's hard for people to like pace on this track, which is also funny because it's a Chili Bowl track and there's going to be a lot of pacing because there's usually a decent amount of cautions. That's one thing that, like, because this is sort of like a general overview history, because there's so much history with all the different chili tracks that it's kind of hard to do a really in-depth overview. Again, like I'm probably just going to have to do for certain of these chili races, I'm just going to have to do like some specific episodes in the future to really go over the races. For this one, I just wanted to give as general of an overview as I could of just the entire history. One thing that you don't really get a good feel for is like how caution filled these races can be, especially the Halo 4 ones. It gets a little bit better on Halo 5, which is saying something because it was still pretty cheesy. But yeah, pretty much every Chili Bowl track with those super tight short track oval, like you're just guaranteed to have a lot of cautions. I mean, with that type of track, like that's just sort of what happens. You have to have a really good set of drivers to avoid that. And another thing too is on top of that, rip detail there. Another thing too is, other than that, you also need like a small set of drivers. If you had like 8 drivers, it would probably be a little bit easier to avoid all those cautions. But if you have like 16 drivers, it doesn't matter how good the drivers are. It's really hard to keep it from being a caution fest on tracks like this. So as we're looking through these Chili Cove races, we did. Oh, that's right. We don't know the results. So for Chili Cove, we did 4 motos, and we also did a special elim race. So for the 4 motos, I don't really like. They're all pretty similar, honestly. Despite detail falling out, we still have a great battle. Here, let's just do a we're going to do a really quick recap, all right? We're going to take a look at the final cheese of these 4 motos, and then I want to do a little highlight for that elim race, because that's, again, like with these tracks getting a little bit different, that elim race is like a completely different format even for these chili races, and that one's really special.
Not follow the keys to the race. You already
Let's check this out.
Restart, and the rest of that pack 3 wide all the way through 2 wides everywhere. Final lap. Who's going to take it? Luke has a pretty solid lead, but Opix is getting a nice run around that outside. Is he going to be able to do it?
Ooh.
Luke slides up. No. Luke
They might have got pretty
takes
close.
the win, and then close finishes all the way behind him. It looks like Opix was in second and Slaunch was third. I couldn't tell. Pat.
So yeah, I ended up taking the first moto there, but Cookie really heats up here, I think, for the next couple.
His first moto.
And Cookie hadn't won a moto in the HRL yet.
And Blades is taking Hunter with him. We have a 3 wide as well in the middle of the pack. Where is Slaunch? Slaunch and Detail, 2 of the fastest drivers. They're in the back. Where are they? They can't work.
Oh yeah, that was a rough race
They're just running out of time
for them.
But speaking of which, Cookie, look at Cookie taking the white flag.
Especially at this point in the
no
season.
Cautions now. This is it. Cookie, can he do it? Take his first moto win in HRL history.
Pretty big gap too.
And he is going to do it. Cookie takes the win. Whoa!
Oh,
Almost
that finish. What the hell was that?
At the end there. Congrats to Cookie taking his first moto win of the season and in HRL history. And then
So yeah, another, like, we see this with Chili Bowl. I'll get to that doc at the end. That's probably what I'll close out this episode with. A lot of different winners at this track, and a lot of like first-time winners too. And Cookie takes his first there in pretty spectacular fashion.
Welcome to another Chili Cove moto.
A little spoiler: he's gonna take his third here, or his second here as well in the third moto.
Win
Oh well, I mean, I freaking fast-forwarded right to when he takes it.
So we're definitely running out of laps here. Luke is gonna try to string something together. He's pretty far behind Cookie, but he's gonna have to try to work up some laps here to make a move for that lead. And then these mid-pack drivers are all just battling for points. 3 wide. Sludge gets loose on the outside. That is not gonna help him. He might get passed up by those inside drivers, and Luke is actually doing it. He's catching up to Cookie. Blades is getting by Slaunch. We have other passes going on mid-pack, but then Slaunch goes for a crossover. Amazing crossover. He's just fighting as hard as he can, but Blades strong on that outside. He's going to take it. Slaunch is going to settle back into that outside, and here we are to the white flag. Luke's lost a little bit of ground. I don't think he has enough to do it, but he's going to go for it. He's going on the inside. Not enough. Cookie's going to take a second moto win consecutive.
So yeah, Cookie comes out, like I said, no moto wins previously. Comes out here in the middle 2 motos, and takes them both back to back. That Chili Cove night was insane, by the way. Like, just looking at these finishes doesn't do it justice. I may have to do, like I said, a lot of these chili races will probably have to have their own episode. This might be one of them. the graphics. There was so much that went into this night with the 4 motos and everything. Just, you know, something that we just hadn't done before. Like how much effort it was to run this race, and it was a crazy night. But it ended up being pretty fun and some pretty good racing as well.
Cookie's finishes right now, I believe, are 4th, 1st, 1st. Luke's are 1st, 2nd, 2nd. So Cookie's going to have to beat Luke here, and if he does beat Luke, he has a solid chance of getting that overall. But speaking of which, Luke is making all kinds of moves up there on Opix right now, trying to get himself into 2nd place.
Who wins the 4th one? It's someone different. Oh, I think I know.
Lots of battles. Oh no, Slaunch goes down
Rip.
into last place. Unfortunate. But we have
Whoa,
white
that's a
flag
fat
and
gap.
Cautions here for Blades. Blades looks like he's going to run away with it now. Just has to make it through one more corner, and it looks like he's going to do it. Blades takes the 4th moto victory here at Chili Cove. Luke 2nd, Opix 3rd, Cookie 4th. Turkey 5th, and way too fast for me past that point.
So yeah, I wish I. Well, let's see if we go through the results here at the end.
Chili Cove, definitely a
Let it
track
play
he's
out.
gonna knock off his list of
Okay, so those are some good stats there. These OG graphics. Second moto win of the season here for Blades. Second overall podium as well. So I think Blades' night was like kind of up and down, and this moto win at the end really brought it back for him, which is crazy too, because he was really fast at this track, and you could tell by that gap that he had at the end there. Holy crap! Like he was pretty solid here, but he just wasn't really able to get it together till the last moto.
of
All right,
tracks.
Prin. All right.
Good for him. And your overall winner is Stand by Luke 7 with
But okay, so Cookie ends up taking second in the overall. Blades ends up taking third. That makes sense. So all the moto winners in the top three.
Cookie and Blades, the other two moto winners, in second and third place. Kind of interesting there. Luke just a
But
little more
let's see if we go through the.
consistent.
Yeah.
He had more moto
Yeah.
winners. Results,
This is what I was waiting for.
Blades, Luke, Opix, Cookie, Turkey rounding out the top 5. Then Decoy,
Or we're getting there at least.
Detail, and HD. Definitely Decoy's best finish of the night. And then the next set we have BT, Commando Pack, Hunter.
Oh, rip.
Not a very good finish for Hunter in this moto. Firmer and Slaunch. I think Hunter, Firmer, and Slaunch were all plagued by really bad crashes that moto, so unfortunate for them. And then here we go.
Yes. There we go. This isn't the overall point standings, right? This is for this chili race. So look at this. Insane 4-moto night. We haven't done anything like this since on Halo 5, and this is how the overall point standings end up working out at the end. Ended up taking it with the 61, but Cookie, 2 moto wins, not too far behind with 57, Blades with 55, and then rounding out the top 5 was actually Opix with 51, also not too far off. But then the gaps after that are crazy. Turkey with 5th with 42. Detail was 6th, who we saw him have some really rough finishes there with 39 points. Ends up taking 6th. Like, that's crazy. So yeah, this night was absolutely nuts, and it was a fun one. It was definitely a fun one. Not fun to manage, but like looking back at it, the racing itself was pretty solid. Okay, so and then you can take a look at the in-depth results here. Anyone's interested in that? Yeah, take a look at all that for these motos. Crazy how like spread out it is. I mean, like I said, look at this. Detail ends up taking 6th in the overall with a 6th place finish, a 5th place finish, a 7th place finish, and 5 points. What would that be? The we're not helping. 12th. So I had to think about it. So yeah, that's crazy that you'd be able to take that with like that type of finish. And then Turkey with 5th. How'd he finish? Look at his finishes. Like those last 2 motos were pretty good with the 3rd and 5th. But his first ones, they're not too solid. Ends up taking what, the 11th place right there? And the 8th, like that's not too great. But he ends up bringing it back at the end for a top 5. Like that's actually crazy. Oh, so that makes a little more sense for Blades' night. 4th, 1st of how he was so close in the points there. That makes a little more sense. And Opix just could have been competitive. 2nd, 3rd. If it wasn't for that 3rd moto, he could have been there in the running too. I had really consistent finishes. Even where's Cookie here? Cookie had those 2 wins. His other 2 motos wasn't on the podium. If he was on the podium, that could have been pretty intense. So pretty awesome night right there. Do we not have the Elim race here in the playlist? I'll have to get the Elim race up. Oh, I know why. Because I did the Elim race like during a break once, but I haven't done an HRL history on it. All right, let's get into the next one. So we ended up doing Chili Cove one more time for Season 4. Let's take a look at that a little bit. Hello guys and welcome to Chili Cove Moto 1. On the front row you have Vulcan starting from What? first and then Cookie second. Following them up is Commando Pack and Vulcan and Commando Pack were really far up at the back for the start. New mic. I feel like okay. My favorite thing so far of this Chili history is I swear I have a different mic or like I'm on a different system in every video. It's actually dumb. In the 5th and 6th. Good battles so far all over the track. Let's just look at the last few minutes here.
Oh, 3 wide. Is Fireball going to get cheesed? He's on the inside. No, he's making it work. He's going for it. Fireball might be able to make a lead move here. Oh, no. Vulcan gets him into the tire, and that is so unfortunate. That's going to be a caution. That really sucks for Fireball. He could have taken the lead right there. Got shoved down super far from Vulcan. Just an unfortunate situation. Here we go. Green flag. We already have like a 4 wide already. What the heck? Okay, looks like it's between Vulcan and Roman for the lead. We got Slaunch and Blades. Blades is somehow caught back up, and there he is on the outside. He's going to try to make a slide move, too. Oh, not going to be able to do it, but he's still up there in the top 5, though. He's in good position. You have Cookie there as well, just outside the top 5, or in the top 5 now. It's like Ump and Fireball have fallen way back. Those cautions definitely did not benefit them, and that as well, that might be a caution. We'll see how it goes. That's really unfortunate. Fireball just, he climbed his way from the back. He did such a great job.
Making
But a
the
few
climb.
Late race cautions. I mean, it's probably going to be a poor finish for him now.
Friend,
Very
relax.
unfortunate. And there we have the caution. The line, we're going to get this race restarted. Not that much time left. Good battles off the restart. 1 minute left, 1 minute warning. Close battle for... Oh, is that Blades? Blades going to try to make a move for the lead on Vulcan. Vulcan shoving him down low just like he did a Fireball. And Blades loses a little bit of ground. He's going to go back to... fall back quite a bit in a second. Roman's there trying to compete. Slaunch there as well. Luke, Cookie. A lot of drivers, a lot of fast drivers up there in that top 5. Vulcan's definitely got to be worried, because if any of these guys in the top 5 like get on his bumper, they could make a pass. This is a really fast pack of drivers up front. We have fast drivers in the back too. I mean, it's a competitive race. Looks like that might be a caution there, possibly. It looked like it was 2 separate incidents. We'll see how that goes. And it looks like we do get the caution called. I guess it wasn't.
Of course, going into the final laps of the race
here.
here.
Go. Green flag, guys. Blades on the outside, Vulcan on the inside. I believe this is the 2 to go. So this is a green-white checkered right here. And Blades going around the outside on the green-white checkered. This is huge. If there's not a caution right now, this is going to be catastrophic for Vulcan. White flag, there's no caution.
Oh,
This is
Vulcan
it. It looks like Vulcan, unfortunately, is going to lose it on the last lap. How unfortunate for Vulcan. He battled all race, but Blades is going to take the moto win. And Slaunch is going to take away second just at the end.
I got to mention
We'll
that.
get a little bit of a slow-mo on some of those finishes so you guys can see him a little more clearly. Crazy moto and just crazy race in
So
general.
yeah, first moto here was like a solid. I'm pretty sure, because again, like just going through the ends of most of these races. All right, I knew we only got a little bit more to go. I knew all these track history episodes of HRL history are gonna be long ones. But yeah, if you watch that whole race, I'm pretty sure Vulcan like pretty much leads, or is at least like in the front until some cautions eventually come out, and then at the end ends up losing it to Blades and Slaunch there. With those cautions. That was super unfortunate, because he was actually looking really strong, and it was like a big build up to, oh, this could, like, he's actually doing pretty decent. This could potentially be the first Vulcan win, and then it just sort of went down the drain there with a caution or two and just a few laps and a couple moves, and it was just gone. So that's how the first moto is remembered. I didn't even think about that until I saw it. Then it's like, oh yeah, that's this race. But the second race of this night is remembered for a bit of a different reason, so let's get into that one.
Hey guys, and welcome to the second moto.
Let's
at
go like
Chili
a
Coke.
solid,
Front
let's
row,
go
we're
like
gonna
right
have
here.
Blades still trying to just go up and contend. It looks like Fireball's leading most of the laps, but it's all going to be about who passes who right here. Fireball might be able to clear him. Nope, he's going to choose to stay on the outside. This is a really good lead battle. Lap traffic, watch out. And that's going to hurt Blades quite a bit. Pretty unfortunate. We have a caution. Looks like Fireball is going to have his lead back. That was good battle. Here we go. Green flag restart.
Echo?
And the inside has a
The heck
really
was
good
that?
restart. Everybody on the inside really pulled around the track right there. It's going to suck for Blaze
weird.
and everybody on the outside, though. Fireball's still holding on to the lead, Ump in second. And here's Luke in third. Somehow was able to get around it. Looks like he's in fifth on that restart, but then that inside had the really good run. So now he's up there battling. He's in second now with Fireball in the lead. Making a dive on Fireball. Not able to do it yet, though. And this is like a 4 wide as well for third. One driver gets shoved out. Still like a 3 wide for that third place position. And it's a battle for the lead as well with 3 laps to go.
So this one's
And
going to
it's
get
between
intense.
Luke and Fireball. And he slides up. It looks like Luke's going to take the lead. 2 laps to go. Who's going to take second? Blades is back in the battle. It's going to be between Fireball and Blades, just like we saw in
Oh,
Luke's
yep.
ran away
Yep.
with the lead, though. But Blades could have the overall if he holds on to that second or third place spot. And into the tire! No, Blades goes down. Where is he going to recover? Luke takes the win. Fireball takes second. And Rebel comes third. Looks like Hunter and Roman
Rebel with
4th
the third.
and 5th. I have no idea who got the rest of those positions. Let's take a look at some replays. It just gets Blades into the inside tire. And look at Blades' goose. It got dragged all the way over there.
Oh my
and then he has
goodness.
to-
Okay, so yeah, so going through this one, remember, Blades won that first race. So, and I think I got like 7th. So Blades was set up really well, for taking an overall there. Like he was just set for it. That was going to be a definite overall for him. And it's going to be a big race too. I don't know if he had an overall this season at that point. I'm not exactly sure. I'd have to check, but regardless, this was going to be a good race for him.
The tire.
And then on the last lap, Fireball in second, trying to protect the spot, forces him into the fixed. You gotta love the fixed tires. Forces Blades into the tire and conks him super hard, and it has like a ripple effect through the rest of the field as well. Like some other, definitely some other drivers getting collected in that and having their positions cheesed, but that was super unfortunate.
It just gets Blades into the inside tire. And look at Blades' goose. It got dragged all the way over there, and then he has to turn it around too. That was horrible. He lost so many positions off of that, like 7 or 8, possibly 9
Oh my
positions off
God.
of that. And a lot of drivers got involved as well. Detail involved, Sector involved, Slaunch involved. Going to come in last of the drivers that kept racing. Cookie pulled off earlier.
Look at this
so,
goose too. It just, oh
Detail
man.
got involved.
That's
I
tough.
said that before. As well, after having a pretty good moto, gets involved in that. Cat
Ooh, nice pass right there,
might have
Sector.
been involved a little bit, I think. Crazy end of the race, though. Crazy end of the race. So Luke takes the moto win, and it's got cheesed back. It would have definitely been out the top 3 overall.
Oh, sick! I have it here. So, something must have changed because I have 27 points in the overall. I think in the updated doc I have 28. So yeah, there's those results. In case anybody wants to see any of those. Yep, here we go. So little fun fact here, not counting like any penalty cheese or anything, this ends up being, this was an insane race because like pointing out those previous Chili Bowl races and their overall points, this was the least points for an overall win, this season of season 4. So that just shows how cheesy of a race this was. And another thing too. It definitely wouldn't have been if Blades didn't get cheesed. Look where Blades, where is he? Okay, this is a crazy thing too. Look at this. Gets cheesed all the way to 11th. Still takes 3rd overall. Like, that would not happen on a normal night. Still takes 3rd overall. That's actually ridiculous. And just look at how close the points are. Like, the 28 for the front, 25, 23, 2 at 22, 2 at 21, 19, 18. Like, those positions right there, just few differences, like anyone's game for those positions, super close, even second, like not too far off. So yeah, that was a crazy race, and like I said, least points for an overall win that season. So that's crazy too. All right, getting into the nitty gritty here. Well, I guess I could show the elim race quick. Let's show the elim race quick because it's cool. So one other thing we did. Last little thing for Chili Cove. This is probably the best race on Chili Cove, honestly. So we did a little elimination race. And this was an all-star race for some bonus points or whatever. And the cool thing with this race is, I don't know if we ever did anything like this at this point, is I think what we did was we raced for so long, I think it was like a minute, and then every minute, whoever was in last would get eliminated, pull off the track until we had one driver left standing. And it just ended up being a dope race. So I'll probably do an HRL history episode like just on this race at one point because this race is freaking cool. But let's go into like the top. Let's go into like the top 3 and see how the top 3 pans out because it's pretty insane.
It's held up on the high side. That slow.
Or specifically,
Decides to just pull off
let's just
there.
go to
Now
the let's just go to the 1v1.
the rest of the time, which is gonna give Blades
Turkey and
on
Optics, or
theoretically
Turkey and
a little
Optics,
bit
Turkey and
extra
Blades.
time to have just
I
a
saw
two-way
his
battle
name
here.
there.
And Blades is fast. He might be able to pull this off, but there's not that much time left. About a minute on the clock. In 5 seconds here, there'll be about a minute on the clock. So Blades definitely running out of time. He's going to be trying to think something up. Here we go, guys. 1 minute left on the clock. 1v1. Blades versus Turkey. Who's going to take it? Blades already has 2 moto wins this season. Turkey has none. He's looking for some all-star points. He's trying to get up there, trying to get more consistent in Halo 5, trying to get his first win in Halo 5. Can he do it? Running very well. That was a good lap right there. But then he gets into the wall, loses a little bit of time. Blades and Turkey, completely different lines. But Blades gets that exit speed. There he goes to the inside. That is his move. Blades going for the win. Oh, he's definitely got him cleared. He has him cleared. But there's definitely time left. Is Turkey going to retaliate? He tries to go down to the inside, but a little too early. Turkey goes back up. 20 seconds left. What is Turkey brewing in his pot? What is he thinking up here? What's he going to try to do? He's trying to get that outside momentum, but then he slides for a crossover to the inside. Blades leaves the door open. That's it. There goes Turkey. He's going to the inside with about 6 seconds left. Is he going to be able to do it through 1 and 2? Still side by side. It looks like they're going to have another lap here. Side by side through 3 and 4. Turkey takes him at the line to the white flag. Here we go. Turkey sliding up high. Blades trying to do a crossover. But Turkey with the effective slide job. I don't think Blades is going to get back. Blades is not going to get back. Turkey takes the win at the Eliminator at Chili Cove.
Oh,
Wow.
flying out of the stadium too.
Amazing race there. Amazing 1v1 at the end.
So yeah, Turkey ends up coming up with that elimination race win, which I think was actually, that might have even been a big win for him, grand finals wise. I don't exactly remember that, but I think it might have been. But that was just like, that was a dope race. Like, especially that last 1v1. The whole elimination race is cool, which is why I might do a whole episode on it eventually. But that 1v1 was dope, and it was dope for everyone there too, because like another little cool detail.
Cleared.
You can see when they're battling here at the end. You can see like a bunch of people in the stands and stuff like that. Like everybody that got eliminated was still invested in seeing who was gonna win this. Because it was just like, I don't know, it was that cool of a concept, and it was that good of a race. So that one was sick. All right. Final 2 here. We have Chili Cup. So Chili Cup final variant. Raced it here in Season 8. Season 8, the Oval Series, Oval Focus Series. So we're going to have pits, all that stuff.
This doesn't happen.
Interesting little thing. I don't think we had pit stops on any of the other Chili tracks. So that's another thing that just like makes this one unique.
Very often, but you know, Rip Killer, he ran a good race. Roman, yeah.
And we'll get a good look at it here. Chili Cup with the tires. I don't know if the tires are fixed on this version, but I mean they shouldn't be. They probably were just for the memes. But this version of Chili
looks like
is like super strong inside, but also super strong outside. Like the outside's definitely the fast way, but it's also super hard to run in a pack, which makes it kind of interesting. Like if you get a good run on the outside and you get away, you can really get away on this track. But getting away is way harder than, you know, like running the cushion at Barvo or something like that.
He is by Roman.
He is by Roman.
Now he's got to work on second place. That might be. I might have been calling him Soul Reaper, but I think that's actually. So what does he do with this situation? Turkey, no, Turkey again. Bad contact. That's definitely going to be a caution. So unfortunate for Turkey. He went for it. Oh man, that sucks. And we are going to have a green-white checkered.
Wow. Wow! Really?
So it is going to be 150 at the line. So all those people that risked it is
low. Oh, yeah. So, like, before, I think this one was also 150 laps. So these last, like, few Chili Cup races being 150 laps, stick with the whole Chili Bowl 150 thing.
As long as there is not another green-white checkered, all of those people that risked it at 112, they are actually going to be good to go on fuel.
Oh, yeah. Pitch strategy.
Again, as long as there's not another green-white checkered. But let's look at this lineup before it goes. Well, actually, no, I think that restart. Look at that frickin' pace. That was terrible.
Hold on. Let's take another. What was that?
Let's look at this lineup before it goes. Well, actually, no, I think that restart. Look at that.
Do that again. Come on. That was awful. That was the worst pace I've ever seen.
That was an awful pace.
Oh, good thing we didn't have that with the new fuel tank system. People that were close would have got conked.
Okay, so it's going to be Real Deal, Fireball, Turkey, Roman, Racer, Sector, Elite, Luke, Slaunch, Camby, Armada, Hunter, and Shift. Drivers spread out.
I just realized something about Real Deal.
I'll
mention it here in a minute.
Happen on these last 2 laps, the famous Chili Cup race.
Oh
always
my God.
ending like this. Always with some sort of craziness. Always some sort of green-white checkered. Who's going to take the final W here? And green flag. I'm going to look for people risking it on the cushion. Fireball's not even risking it on the cushion yet. That's surprising. Now
There he
he's going
is.
up.
There
now
he
he's going
is.
up. White flag. He's got to run, but
Oh
Real
my
still slightly has that lead.
God.
Does Real go up to block him? He does not.
Oh
That
my
might
God.
be a crucial move for Fireball.
Oh
Here
my
we go
God.
to the line. Last time around, Fireball's going to take the win. And photo finishes across the rest of the pack. We're just going to have to review that. Fireball opting for the cushion at the end. Real Deal did not go for the block when he needed to. And Fireball takes the W.
So yeah, looking at that race again, that ending there perfectly showcased it. You can block the cushion really easily on this track, but if you don't, you make gains. And you saw Fireball and I there in the last lap. We went for it, and we made some fat gains. So this one here from the Oval Series, this is actually like low-key a really good chili race. And one of my favorites. It's just, you know, it was super recent, so it's not like cemented in time as much as the other ones, I guess. Like some of those Halo 4 ones are like 5 years old at this point. This one's a bit more recent, but still a pretty dope race. Pretty dope ending, too. But yeah, like I said, that last lap, Fireball and I just making it work on the cushion, showing that the cushion has speed on this track. It's just super easy to block, and I don't know why Real Deal didn't go for it. It's like he didn't expect Fireball to get as fat of a run as he did, and then by the time Fireball got that run, he was gone. Like, it was already too late for Real Deal to try to, like, come back from that. And then the finish, too.
Real Deal eventually realizes his mistake, tries to make a last-second move. Not going to happen.
And the
Fireball
crash
takes it
across the
Real Deal
line is
spins
awesome.
out. Close finish for third between Luke and Turkey. Who's going to take it? And Luke barely takes it.
I ended up
the
getting
line
it.
over
Oh
Turkey.
my
Real Deal
God.
could have played a role in that, but I don't think he really did. He kind of spun out.
That's
in, like,
awesome,
the
though.
perfect
Look at
spot.
that
So Real Deal
finish.
takes second across the line. Turkey and Luke with a close, great battle there. Great photo finish. Roman's going to just take that top 5 spot. Racer 6th. Elite 7th. Sector 8th. Hunter just barely edging out Camby.
So yeah, that race, great ending, but that race overall was pretty dope. You know, maybe a history episode in like 3 years. So now we get to, and remember guys, oh, this is almost like perfect timing because like I said, it's like exactly a day till the race, but final one. Oh, I'll have to rearrange it, but I also, like I said, this chili history playlist, I put the All-Star race in there. But then we get to season 9. And season 9 is the last race. Last chili race leading up to the next one. And the next one, like I said, going to be season 11 Chili Cup. And let's get this stat here on screen because I'll go through it here in a second. Well, oh, that's right. Here. Full results for that season 8 race. Again, if you want to look at it. There's the team results there. Bon. Ah, Roman, my teammate. Ah. All the pit cheese. All this cheese action on the side. And then the results qualifying, all that stuff as well. Something that we did for season 8. Overall cheese, all of that. Oh my god, the position plus minus. I remember how we calculated it in season 8. It was ridiculous. Maybe I'll have to go over that at some point. But yeah. So, a little thing I have here in this doc that I'm going to show at the end. 24 races at Chile. I believe that, I'll have to double check this. Let me get the exact stats. So that's 24 races. That's just the motos. Okay, so if we're talking about like overall Chile events, it's 10. It's going to be 11 on Friday, but 10 overall events. This is the 10th running of it here in this season 9 race. Let's look at how it closes out. Final race here for this long. This is going to be the longest HRL history yet. Okay, it's already confirmed. But let's end it out strong here and see how this one goes. It's definitely going to be a high note.
Calling out in these late race battles, but right now that might be a caution. We'll see what happens.
It's a high note, all right. We'll see.
Luke's got a pretty solid lead. Real Deal's going for the cushion, though. Luke's not. So Real Deal might be... Oh, I think that's caution. So I think it was called a caution. And that means that it's going to be 4 laps to go. 4 laps to go at the line.
Not quite a green-white checkered, but close enough.
Another crazy Chile...
So this one ends... also, like the pit stops, all that stuff, that's still factored in here for the season 9 race. This one ends... like, was it... I said 4 to go right there. I don't know if it's 4 to go at the line. It might be 3 to go, but not quite the green-white checkered, but still, like, really close. Not many laps left. I think that second Chili Bowl race is like 3 to go.
Almost a green-white checkered. And let's see who's going to pit. I'm guessing nobody. Maybe... No. Oh, Camby actually pits? Well,
I guess he might as well. He's in the back.
He's good on fuel. He's way good to go on fuel. He might actually be slower after that pit. He's going to have too much fuel. But yeah, this is what it boils down to. And
So this is what I was pointing out with Real Deal here. I didn't even think about it until a little while ago. But Real Deal actually starts both of these Chili Cup. I wonder if history repeats here. I'm not gonna call anything early, but if history repeats here on Friday, that would actually be hilarious. But he actually starts both of these late race situations for both of these Chili Cup races in first. So maybe it's a cursed position.
And we
We'll
have
see
a
why.
strategy call. So Luke's actually going to opt for the outside on this final restart. So
Oh, well, I guess I was supposed to be the leader going into that. I choose the outside line, but Real Deal's in that inside preferred position.
strategy call out of Luke. That's going to give Real Deal the inside, Sector and Detail the second row.
Front row,
Open
okay.
and Launch the third. How is this going to work? 4 laps to go at Chili Cup. Green flag. Will this strategy call pay off? We're going to see Luke and Slaunch actually, who hasn't ran the cushion much, but Slaunch is going to get blocked out. Luke's actually able to successfully run the cushion. Sector's getting that run. 3 laps to go. There goes Luke. Sector's going to make it a 3 wide. Down the backstretch. It's close. Luke gets into Real Deal. Still a solid 3 wide. 2 to go at the line. Real Deal leads them down the stripe. Can Luke get that outside run? Here comes Detail trying to creep into the picture. There's the run. 3 wide still. Coming to the white flag. Can Sector do it? He led that lap. One more time around. Luke's going to go for the crossover. Detail going for the cushion. One more time around. Sector's going to win the race. And he does it. Sector wins his first race on Halo 5 ever at the end of Chili Cup. And that was... to call it an exciting finish would be an understatement. So that was a crazy finish to the race. And Sector pulls it off, takes the win.
Hold on, can I do that again? I just got an idea. Can I get a redo?
Of Chili Cup. One more time around, Sector's gonna win the race, and he does it. Sector wins his first
Aw,
race
it's a little
on
late.
Halo 5 ever at the end of Chili Cup.
So yeah, well, I'll just let it play in the background, replays and stuff. But yeah, crazy ending. Like I said, okay, I was just pointing out, Real Deal starts on the front row. Real Deal starts on the front row of 2 Chili Cup races and ends up not winning 2 Chili Cup races in late race cautions. Oh man, he's gonna be pissed when he sees this. Well, probably not. Well, probably a little bit. But yeah, so that's actually not Justin's first win at a Chili track, though. God, that fucking celebration. We'll get to that when I get to these stats here in a second. That was not his first one at a Chili track, but it was very, very late in the game, his first win in Halo 5. So that was kind of a crazy one. And it really just culminated to... He was just in a really good position, honestly. Like, starting in third is low-key one of the best positions, if not the best position, arguably, that you can be in, like, depending on the type of track for an oval restart. Because you can... Like, you're in a really good position to get a decent run behind the leaders, and, like, if they battle with each other, you can take advantage of that and, like, steal the win from them. It's a really good spot to be. And that's kind of what happened. Me and Real Deal really got into the battle, and... Like, we don't really care if Justin wins, especially because this is early in the oval season's points, and I think Real Deal and I were fairly close at that point, so we're more concerned about each other's battle and finish. Or, sorry, Season 9, my bad. I was thinking about the oval season. It was early in Season 9. And yeah, Justin's not really, like, a points threat. So, like, the battle between me and Real Deal long-term is definitely the more important thing, and I think we both realize that. But Justin's able to sneak by and take the dub. And it was just really, really well done, honestly. Like I said, right position, right time. That's pretty much what it comes down to. You see another replay here.
Sector's in a really good position here.
Wow!
Following
I did not watch
pretty
this
good
video
position
before
and
recording
now we're
this, by the
free to
way.
go. And as you can see, in the middle of the pack, it's just complete chaos. Oh, that was a nice move out of Detail. I hope people didn't miss that.
Whoa! Hold on, let's highlight that. That actually was a nice move. Alright, sorry, Justin. That was actually a really nice move. I gotta show that. Where's, watch Detail right there.
Following Real Deal, that's a pretty
Right?
good position to be in. Now we're at 3 to go, and as you can
Yeah,
see,
yeah,
in
yeah.
the middle
Watch
of the pack,
Detail right
it's
here.
just complete chaos. Oh, that was
Boom,
a nice move
cushion
out of
run.
Detail.
That's what
I
you
hope
can
people
do.
didn't
That's what
miss
you
that.
can
That was
do.
a really nice move.
And then he pretty much
2 to
just
go.
secured fourth right there.
And he gets the spot on Real Deal, but Luke's still fighting to the outside.
Three-way
Still
battle to the
a
end, too.
Wide, close battle all the way to the end, and then there's the last lap. Detail's going to try to make.
Dude,
the
imagine if
work
that was the
again.
photo finish.
Luke's
Holy
gonna go
shit.
for the crossover, see if there's anything left. Luke and Real Deal, can they do it? All Justin has to do is hold the inside, and he does it, and then that's the race.
So yeah, that's honestly, these two Chili Cup races, I'm really excited for the Chili Cup race, especially looking at these. I'm really excited for it tomorrow because these two Chili Cup races were both pretty good with good finishes, and I really enjoyed both of them. So I'm definitely looking forward to the Chili Cup race tomorrow. And you know, we've had 2 different winners so far at Chili Cup. Maybe we can make it 3 tomorrow. That'd be pretty cool. Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, Justin's not going to two-peat. Let's be honest here. And Fireball's suspended, so we're damn near guaranteed a new winner at Chili Cup tomorrow. Potentially Chili in general. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, ending off. Hope you guys, anybody that sticked with it, hope you enjoyed this general history of Chili. If you liked the endings of those races, you wanted to see more of like the actual race, because there's like that battle, those battles that you see on the last laps. A lot of those races are pretty much that way throughout. So there could definitely, I will 100% do some like more focused HRL histories on like the specific races in the future. But for now, like I said, these track history episodes starting off with Chili Bowl, and like I said, in the near future we should do a Barvo one as well here in the next week or 2 maximum. So something similar to like what I did with here for that Barvo episode. That one will be pretty dope too. But yeah, here's those results for Chili Cup. God, like the season 9 team names, man, they're just too good. They're too good. Gotta be some of my favorites. But yeah, all the pit cheese. Going through those, so those are the results there for the season 9 race. And the final doc, again, I do have these averages for future track histories. Mirabilis will happen way in the future. I'm going to tie it in with when we do it this season. So this is way off in the future. And then the Barvo one, that'll be coming up soon. I did not do the average for Chili. The reason I did not do that is because, yes, like it's all sort of under, like it's a bunch of tracks under the same wing. But they're all different though. They're all very unique, and it would have been kind of like, I thought it would have been kind of weird to do like a big average sheet for all the different Chilis, especially because like going across the many different games, there's so many people. Like the averages would just be so different. Like I'm the only person that's been at every Chili race, and there's not that many people that have been to like half of them. So it would just be cheesy. I think the Mirabilis and Barvo ones are a bit better for something like that. What I did instead, as you can see here, was just this wins sheet. And of course, I just took this off the point sheet, so you have all this shit. So let me just go through it. We have the drivers here. Overall wins for Chili events for like the motos and stuff like that. So obviously some of the Chili races were just one race, so that's not like an overall win. That's just a win. And then we have the moto wins here on the side. And look at this. Justin's actually, with that race, has the second most wins of any driver at Chili overall. That's just stupid. But this has got to be like the only track that he's like that on, so it's just kind of funny. But as you can see, the crazy thing about Chili, just so many different winners at this track over the years. And the win percentages, like I said, are really close. I do have the 8 wins there at the top, but Blades would actually be, like if we wanted to go through percentages, Blades would be tied with me, I think, in terms of percentage. He just doesn't have as many races raced at the Chili tracks. But I think those would be the best percentages. Actually, Cookie's percentage could potentially be the best or the same as Blades and I. I'm not 100% sure. But it's just crazy all throughout here. Let's take a look at it just to recognize everybody that's won at Chili so far, especially because we're guaranteed to pretty much at least see a new Chili Cup winner tomorrow. We could also see a new Chili winner in general tomorrow. So I just want to go through the list. So myself and Sector with the 8 wins and the 3 wins. And then Slaunch, Cookie, Blades with the 3 drivers with 2 wins, sitting at 2 wins. Cookies and Blades both coming at Chili Cove. Slaunches both coming at Chili Bowl, I'm pretty sure. Sectors are at Chili Bowl and Chili Cup. And then mine are at, I think all of them, I think. Then we go down here with Tristan, taking that overall and a moto win. His only moto win in Halo 4, so that's pretty cool. Like we were talking about with Halo 5, like Cookie's only Halo 5 wins coming at Chili. Sector's only Halo 5 win coming at Chili. We have Tristan's only Halo 4 win way back in the past coming at Chili. So that's pretty cool. Gator also taking an overall and also taking a moto win at one of those Chili races. Again, I don't know how all that shit works out, but have it on the docs, so I threw it down there. NJD had to show, this was way early in this episode, had to show NJD some love because we've had him in some of these history episodes, but haven't had him winning one yet. So we had that one Chile race there where he was able to take the dub, and that was a good one too. That was a really good race out of NJD, and we will, once we get to some of those, oh my god, once we get to some of those Halo Reach races, we'll definitely see some really good NJD performances. But yeah, so Tristan Gator NJD with those overalls and those moto wins. Fireball with a moto win as well. That first Chili Cup race, first moto winner on Chili Cup ever, so that's pretty cool. Matt also taking a moto win. He took one on that crazy 5 moto Chili event. Never again. Packers also coming up with a moto win. Solid for him. And Turkey with a moto win as well. And also the only, I mean, it was the only running, but the only elimination race Chile winner. So that's cool too. So yeah, shout out to all the drivers here on the wins list, and just in general though, shout out to all the drivers that have raced on Chile throughout the years here. And closing out the episode, hope it's a great race tomorrow. Hope we see a new winner and just another crazy finish with stupid crashes and great battles, which is pretty much what I expect out of Chile races at this point. GG. Aw. Yeah, that was a fun one. Alright, so let me put some cheese up. Oh,